Queen Raven is a maroon skywing nightwing hybrid with white scales around her eyes and wears a gold necklace with rubies. Queen Raven was born on a cool fall night with two full moons above the sky. She was the daughter of Queen Skyline and King Nightfall. When she was born, the king and queen noticed that her daughter had strange white scales around her eyes. They had no idea what this meant, so they waited until they found out she had powers. Due to her being two-moon-born, and being a Skywing Nightwing hybrid, she could read minds and tell the future. The king and queen had no idea if this was a curse or an inconvenience, so they decided to keep it a secret from the whole kingdom. Over the next few years, she had strange dreams. One day, she would talk about all the dragons all around her, calling her names. Another day, she would talk about dragons using their powers against her. And another day, she would dream of a Skywing with a melted face on one side of her face. Her parents didn't like what they were hearing, so they took her to a dragon who might know how to help. They took Raven to the royal healers to see if they could fix it. They said no, they could never fix the curse on their daughter, so they had no choice but to lock her in her room with no possible way to escape. But Raven had to have some way to escape. But then she remembered, the door was made of wood. She used her fire to open the door, but then she escaped to the guard room. She put on her armor and went out and pretended she was a guard. When her parents saw that she escaped, she called the guards, including Raven. Raven was nervous. When the queen saw her, she asked what her name was. Quickly thinking, she replied with Ravenclaw. The queen then passed on to the next guard. Then Queen Skyline ordered the guards for a meeting. They did special training like archery, the Navy Corps, and more. Ravenclaw loved to be a guard. Then she met Pumpkin, an orange-red Skywing with black armor. They become the best of friends. When they did the Navy Corps, they would do training underwater. When it was Ravenclaw's turn, the armor fell off in the water. The queen realized it was her daughter. Queen Skyline ordered the guards to seize her. Pumpkin raced to save her friend, using her fire scales as a wall. Years later, Queen Skyline and King Nightfall died in battle. So, Raven took the throne. From then forward, she was known as Queen Raven or Queen Ravenclaw. She then told her kingdom that everyone should be treated equally, whether they had powers or none, different scale colors or normal scale colors. Her kingdom cheered. Queen Raven learned that even if you're different, you can do great things.